Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us at today's session, Seeking Certification, Opening Doors to New Revenue and Resources. We appreciate all of you joining us, and we're really excited for today's panel. Today's presentation, you're going to learn more about business enterprise certifications and how these can help your business access new resources, new revenues, and new networks of peers and partners. So welcome. With more and more corporations like United Airlines, which I work for, seeking to diversify their supply chains, support diverse businesses, and elevate the communities where we, including our employees, our customers, live and work, now is a great time to learn more about considering to apply for certification. I'm Deon Crayton, Supplier Diversity Specialist for United Airlines. In my current role, I ensure the strategic vision of our Supplier Diversity Program. Prior to joining United, I served as the Associate Director of Certification / Program Manager for the Women's Business Development Center located in Chicago. And doing that, I worked for our WBE certification program, which stands for Women's Business Enterprise. So I did that for about 14 years, and I assisted women-owned businesses in becoming Women Business Enterprise Certified, or WBE. Needless to say, I've devoted my career to supporting women's business owners like you. So I'm really excited to work with you today. To help explore the pathway to capital, we have three extraordinary panelists to talk about their role in this certification process and the benefits that it affords business owners like yourself. First, we have Cynthia Johnson. She is the Director of Established Business Program at the Women's Business Development Center, or WBDC, in Chicago. In this role, she leads the programs for established business owners that are designed to increase contract opportunities for certified women-owned businesses with WBDC corporate partners. Cynthia's specific area of focus includes planning and delivering relevant programs to procurement events with WBDC corporate partners to help women-owned business build capacity and sustain profitable growth. She is passionate about utilizing her expertise to accelerate the growth of diverse businesses. Welcome, Cynthia. Second, we have Lauren Schreppy. She is the Director of Programs and Stakeholder Advocacy at the National Lgbt Chamber of Commerce, also known as Nglcc. In her role, Lauren oversees Nglcc's flagship programs. Lauren also plays a critical role in development and oversight of Nglcc's corporate supplier industry councils, including its farmer opportunities and marketing and related services councils, just to name a few. Lastly, but not least, we have Elise Lindbergh, and she is a co-founder and CEO of Brand Pride, a Seattle-based, women-owned LGBTE supplier that helps companies market their businesses through the creative use of promotional merchandise. Brand Pride is both a women's enterprise business national council, or WeBank, and Nglcc certified business. Prior to starting Brand Pride, Elise was a United States National Rowing Team Manager from 1987 to 1966. Go Elise. Elise culminated her career in amateur sports by managing the 1996 U.S. Olympic rowing team. So now that we know all about our panelists, we're going to jump into our questions. So now we're going to dive into what business enterprise certifications are and how they can help your business succeed. One note, as you can see, we use a lot of acronyms, so we'll throw these in the chat to help people keep track. And you can ask us any questions later. So now we're going to start with Cynthia. Cynthia, you work at the Women's Business Development Center in Chicago. Can you explain your role in helping women-owned businesses secure certification, and specifically WeBank certification? And secondly, why do you believe certification makes a difference for small businesses?
Thank you, Deon, first of all, for inviting me to join you and the other panelists today, and also thank you for the warm introduction. In my role as the Director of Established Business Services at the WBDC, I plan and deliver programs for certified women-owned businesses to provide access for them to our corporate partners so that the corporate partners can meet their supplier diversity goals. The WBDC is part of a national organization called WeBank, Women's Business Enterprise National Council. And together we have combined over 1,000 corporations who are seeking to engage with our certified women-owned businesses for kind of procurement opportunities they have. So what I do is a couple things. I provide access so that our certified WBEs can be introduced to our corporate partners, and there are many different ways that I go about doing that. I'm really a connector, connecting our corporate partners, supplier diversity managers, and the procurement team to our WBEs throughout the 9-state region that the Women's Business Development Center certifies. So basically, we certify businesses 9 states in the upper Midwest. Our other regional partner organizations serve the remainder of the country. So when it comes to making connections and providing access, I do this in a number of ways. We have matchmaker events where our corporate partners let us know what commodities and or services they need. And then we actually go through our database and we identify women-owned firms that are certified with us that can meet those procurement needs for products and or services. I also manage the database for our certified WBEs. So oftentimes when a corporation like a United has a need, they will contact me and say, who do you have in your system that has the capacity to fulfill this particular contract? So I am able to make recommendations of our WBEs for procurement opportunities. And then also, I, along with my team members, my colleagues at the WBDC, we provide one-on-one business advisory counseling to help our WBEs understand how to create strategies to market their certification. Because the certification in and of itself is not a guarantee that you will be provided an opportunity to work with these corporate partners, but it is a marketing tool to get the word out there about who you are and what you do and how you can add value to their corporation.
Thank you, Cynthia. I appreciate that thoughtful answer. We at United have a great working relationship with the WBDC, and I can confirm that we always reach out to Cynthia and her team when we need recommendations for WBEs. For our next question, we're going to go to Lauren. Hi, Lauren. You work for the National Lgbt Chamber of Commerce. Can you explain the certification that Nglcc offers and what the benefits of becoming certified are? And also, what are some examples of how corporations and businesses build partnerships?
Yeah, thanks so much, Deon, and really excited to be a part of this conversation today. So Nglcc, or the National LGBT Chamber of Commerce, we're the exclusive third-party certifying body for LGBT business owners. And what we do is we work to help those LGBT business owners, or LGBTBEs for short, get access to corporate supply chains with our corporate partners. We also advocate for LGBTBE inclusion at federal, state, and local government supply chains. So the way that we do that is a myriad of ways. We have a lot of matchmaking opportunities that we provide throughout the year. Those are general and industry specific. And essentially that's just making sure that our BEs have a chance to get one-on-one FaceTime with our Nglcc corporate partners and help grow those connections. Another way that we do that is we have a lot of education and resources that we provide for our certified businesses. So we have our Accelerate LGBTBE Capacity Development Program, and that's to help our LGBTBEs grow and scale. We also have a Sip and Pitch program that we do once a month on Fridays, as one of my personal favorites, but it's a great opportunity for our businesses to practice their pitch, and that's an audience of both corporate judges as well as fellow LGBTBEs and part of the Nglcc network. We do a lot of other educational programming as well. And we have Webinar Wednesdays. We also do a lot of resource sharing with partner organizations and other organizations like the SBA. And we have our engagement center. The engagement center is one of our best ways to help connect our corporate partners with our LGBTBEs. It's our concierge service where our corporate partners are able to contact us with opportunities that they have for diverse suppliers, and we're able to send them a curated list of LGBT businesses that fit that opportunity. So it's a great way to help get those opportunities in front of our businesses. And we also use our engagement center for corporate partners to share exclusive opportunities that they have. So whether that's mentorship programs or their own matchmaking or other supplier development programs, we're able to use our engagement center to share those with our LGBTBEs as well. We also do a lot of networking and community events. So our biggest event of the year is the Nglcc International Business and Leadership Conference. And this year is actually our 20th anniversary year. So we are gearing up for our biggest and best conference yet. It'll be the first week of August at the Bellagio in Las Vegas. And it is just a wonderful opportunity to network with and meet people and also learn from industry experts on a variety of topics. So I know that was a lot, but we provide a lot of opportunities and we really work hard to make sure that we're getting our LGBTBEs those opportunities to connect with our corporate partners.
Lauren, thank you so much. And thank you for the good news that we get to go to Las Vegas to see you in August. And we will be there. My next question is for Elise. Hi, Elise. So Brand Pride is both WeBank and Nglcc certified. Why did you decide to apply to become certified? And how has the certification positively impacted your revenue and overall business success? And also, can you share any insight into corporate partners you've secured as a result of these certifications?
Absolutely. Thank you, Deon, and thank you to Ladies Who Launch for letting me be on this webinar. I was very hesitant to get certified way back in 2008, 2009. And I finally went through the process to get certified. And I think at the time, we did both the WeBank and the LGBT certification at the same time. Gathering the paperwork is probably the most time-consuming process of the entire certification. But if you take a half a day and just gather the documents and not draw it out like I did for 3 months, it'll go a lot smoother. And what I was surprised by was, first off, I didn't even know I could be LGBTQ certified. And what I learned is that the women's business enterprises and LGBT corporations, or corporations who support WeBank and the Nglcc, they have set aside not $1,000 to spend with diverse suppliers, but millions of dollars. And that was a huge aha for me, where, you know, instead of doing 12 baseball shirts at a time, I could do something for a larger corporation like Amazon or Google. And the first 3 years, I didn't get a contract, but I kept showing up and kept showing up and got my first contract with Southern California of Edison. And it was amazing. Fast forward to now, we probably work with close to 50 Fortune 500 companies. Our revenue went from probably $100,000 a year. Now we're a multi-million-dollar business. I wish I would have gotten certified before. If you're not getting certified, you are missing out on amazing opportunities. I've won 2 $10,000 scholarships to go to the Tuck School of Business. I've had mentoring, because my degree's in art. I don't know anything about business. So access to the mentors, meeting other LGBT vendor or suppliers. There's just so many educational opportunities. So certification has been the absolute difference in our business to being able to grow to where we are now.
Thank you so much, Elise. And I was so glad to meet you at some of those networking events that you're talking about as a member of United. So we were definitely able to connect in that way. So I'm glad that you mentioned that. My nenext question is for Cynthia. Cynthia, I want to talk a bit about our partnership, the one between United Airlines and the WBDC, and by extension, WeBank. As United works to diversify our supply chain and support our communities, can you share some insight into how you work with corporations like United to get more businesses certified, and how businesses who are certified get access to new revenue streams with companies like United?
Yes, I'm happy to talk about the United support as well as the support that some of our other corporate partners provide. United Airlines has been by far one of our best partners at the WBDC and WeBank for decades. I would say that United is a thought leader for advancing business opportunities for all diverse businesses, and programs like the one that we're participating in today clearly provide information to suppliers about the benefits of certification and leveraging this certification to meet corporate supplier diversity goals. So I would like to share just a couple of ways that the WBDC corporate partners have provided us, the WBDC, with opportunities to enhance and deliver relevant programming for our certified WBEs. The first program that I want to mention is called Scale Up. And it is for smaller emerging growth companies, and it's a cohort-based program that's offered throughout the year, and it provides entrepreneurs with full-scale business acumen and educational training. We bring in subject matter experts both from our corporations and from successful business owners, and we actually help business owners create a business plan, a marketing strategy. The WBDC has an access to capital program that is funded by some of our corporate partners, banks in particular. So those programs and resources have a direct effect on our business owners and their employees, and ultimately it creates economic impact in the in the communities where those businesses are located. One of our successful businesses that went through that particular program actually is a baker. She started producing cakes in her home-based kitchen. After our program, she was able to grow her business. She got to the point where she was able to secure a manufacturing facility, standalone brick and mortar facility, and she was recently awarded a multi-million-dollar contract with the major airlines to provide food products for the airlines. Another example of an educational program that we do, and I'm very proud of this one because I happen to lead this program. It is an 8-week cohort program called Top Shelf, High Volume Retail Growth. And it is funded by our corporate partner, Walgreens. It is an 8-week class that is interactive, and we provide educational information, pitch training, financial development, and access to buyers who actually purchase commodities of the folks who are registered in the class. It has been tremendously successful, and some of our graduates from that program actually have gotten their products on the shelves at Walgreens, at Meijer, at Walmart. And we cover marketing. We cover every component that is essential for a business owner to have if they're looking to scale and grow their business, in this case, in a particular industry, and that is the retail industry. So those are just a few examples of how our corporate partners support the educational resources and access to capital that the WBDC provides.
Cynthia, that is fantastic. I am so glad to hear about those new programs, a few of which I hadn't heard about before. And I'd love to talk more about those with you. I appreciate it. My next question is for Lauren. Lauren, can you share your experience at the NGLCC partnering with corporations as well? And how do you partner and how do you make certified businesses and corporations to work together? So how does that process work?
Yeah, so as Elise mentioned, these corporations have millions set aside for diverse suppliers. So we really want to make sure that we're tapping into that and we're providing opportunities for our certified businesses to get a chance to talk with and network with these corporate partners to have an opportunity to take advantage of those funds that they have. So as I mentioned before, our engagement center is a great resource that we utilize to ensure that we're getting LGBTBEs in front of our corporate partners and we're getting those partnership opportunities in front of our LGBTBEs as well. So again, the mentorship and the supplier programs that we'll share out with our LGBTBEs from our engagement center are amazing, and we've had a great success with our suppliers going through those programs, and then also making sure that we're getting all of those opportunities from our corporate partners out to our suppliers as well. And then our matchmaking opportunities, as I mentioned these before, we do both industry specific and general matchmakers, and these are such a great opportunity for LGBTBEs to get a foot in the door. As Elise mentioned, you got to keep coming back. The most important thing is that you're sticking with it and you're getting your name out there and you're networking and you're managing these relationships. A lot of times at these matchmakers, you'll be meeting with the supplier diversity professional, and they are your advocate. They are the person within the corporation who wants to help make sure that you are getting opportunities. So getting your name out there and getting in front of those people, they are the ones who go back to their internal teams and they say, oh, great, we have this amazing opportunity. And I just met with this incredible brand pride at the LGBT conference this past summer. They would be amazing for this opportunity. So really, those matchmaking opportunities are huge in getting that one-on-one time with those supplier diversity professionals, and then taking advantage of all of the opportunities that our corporate partners share out, because they want all of the suppliers to be successful. They want you to be contract ready. They want to work with you. They really are advocates, and they want to make sure that the suppliers that they're working with have opportunity and that they can work with suppliers. So those matchmaking opportunities, and then also our events are a great place to meet people. We have a lot of industry professionals and experts that will come and speak at our events on all topics from supplier diversity to mental health and wellness to access to capital, cybersecurity. So attending our events and getting to network with and talk with and hear from these industry professionals and experts is another great opportunity.
Thank you so much, Lauren. Cynthia, and then Lauren, if you could answer the same question. Are you seeing more corporations interested in partnering with WeBank and NGLCC? And does this bode well for increased opportunities for diverse certified businesses?
Yes, absolutely. I'm seeing more and more corporations looking for ways to include diverse suppliers in their procurement process. And as Lauren mentioned, the supplier diversity professionals are advocates for diverse businesses, and they actually maintain the database of certified businesses for their corporation. And when someone on the procurement team has a need, they actually go to the supplier diversity professional and ask for recommendations. I'm also seeing increased interest as a result of the social unrest that we've seen in the last few years. Corporations have been providing outreach, particularly to Black and Brown businesses, to promote equity and inclusion for diverse suppliers. So this is, in addition to opportunities for women, veterans, and LGBTQ, there is a heightened interest in ensuring that Black and Brown businesses have an opportunity to get a seat at the table as well. So what I have been asked to do in my role when I'm planning programs for our corporate partners, I've been asked to plan programs that are specifically targeted to and for Black and Brown businesses in the community, with the intent of supporting our corporate partners' equity and inclusion focuses. So it's a great time. that we're living in right now for diverse firms of all types to promote their business as a certified entity to corporations and government entities that have supplier diversity programs. So I would say for our business owners, there is a strong case for suppliers to become certified. You know, certification is not a guarantee, as I mentioned earlier, but it is definitely a differentiator. And the number one reason is that it provides access to supplier diversity professionals who are advocates for the diverse businesses, as I mentioned earlier. The second big reason is it gives you access to the procurement decision makers. So when you attend the conferences, when you participate in a Zoom meeting of a corporation who is explaining how to do business with their organization, that actually puts you ahead of your competition because you are learning about what's important to the corporation. And for those of you who are interested in corporations who have a supplier diversity program, you can Google just about any corporation in the country. You can Google their supplier diversity program, and that is a good first step toward learning what their commitment is, who the representatives are. Sometimes they even list what products and services they're interested in buying. So I would say that it is definitely the right time to leverage your business if you qualify as a diverse and certified firm.
Yeah, and I'll just echo a lot of what Cynthia said. We are absolutely seeing a lot of corporate interest in diversifying their supply chains. Corporations are ready to take advantage of all of the amazing contract-ready LGBT and diverse suppliers that we have out there. So just as Cynthia said, the time is ripe to get certified and use your certification to take advantage of all of these opportunities.
Thank you. And Lauren, Elise, earlier you mentioned that it took some time to apply for the certification, right? And that you wish you had just really buckled down and did it the first time. But can you tell us why you did decide to take that time? And also, what is the ROI or return on investment then for being a member for Brand Pride?
You know, it's the reason we have to gather the paperwork is to ensure that we truly are a diverse or a woman-owned company. And it's not that hard. You just set aside a half a day, work with your bookkeeper to gather the documents. I just wish I would have done it sooner instead of dragging my feet because the time is right. The time is now. You know, for the last 11 years, I've been knocking on the doors of these corporations saying, hey, we're here. But the tables have turned. We're now getting calls out of the blue from huge companies that are saying, we want to work with a diverse vendor. And it's just wonderful to hear. And it just helps grow our business. I did want to put a plug for a colleague of mine. If you're interested about certifying your business. Her name is Heather Cox, and her company is Certify My Company, and she'll do it for you. That's if you're lazy, but I would recommend that you do it yourself. So you learn how to do it because you have to get recertified every day. But the return on investment is immeasurable. There is no way that our company would be where it is today without being certified.
Thank you so much, Elise, for that. Guys, it looks like we're running out of time now for our panel. We had some great conversations today, some really good answers, and I appreciate all of you. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for sharing your experiences with the certifications. We have two amazing panels left today, starting with Demystifying Venture Capital coming up, and then followed by Bring On the Angel Investors. And we encourage you all to join us at the next session. Thank you.